Hi everybody, this is Mandy with Mandy's Adventures, and today I am back at Rudyard, Montana. Can you guess where I'm at? I'm excited about this one. We are going to meet with Lila, and she is going to take us on a tour of the Dinosaur Museum and also of the outbuildings here at the Rudyard Depot. We're also going to go into the Vintage Car Museum. I have been waiting for this day. Remember, I was back here in May. It was COVID and everything was closed. Today, we get to go back in. I am so ready for this adventure and I am going to take you with me. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Lila. I'm a volunteer at the Rudyard Depot Museum, Dinosaur Hall, and Vintage Car Museum. We're open from Memorial Day to Labor Day, Monday through Saturday from 10 to 4. The rest of the time you call our number, 406-355-4356, and somebody would gladly meet you here and take you through any other time. The building we are in right now is the original depot, and we moved it up here, and it collects all the antiques and memorabilia of the area.
So, Lila, this is awesome goodies in here. I don't want to call it stuff because it's not stuff. It's history.
It is. It started off, this lady ran the cafe, and these 5 gentlemen met. They were all semi-retired, and they met every morning at 9 o'clock for coffee together. And one day she said to them, she said, the depot is for sale for $1. We should buy it and start a museum for Rudyard. They laughed at her. The next morning, one of them handed her $1. And that's what started this building.
Oh my gosh.
It cost them $4,500 to move it the 3 blocks up here. People donated this lot.
And it's been here. What year did it get here?
I think in like 1995.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I can't remember. I've only been working here for 3 years, so I'm not really sure.
Oh, but it's beautiful though. What a lovely, lovely museum. Can I go in here?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, some of the things you recognize, like from my childhood.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm 27. No. I wish. But seriously though, I mean, yes, some of it you still see.
So these old guys, they fixed it up, and then she called it an in-gather. She invited everybody that had ever lived in Rudyard. She must have sent out a couple thousand invitations, and we had over 1,000 people show up for it. And they thought that it was such a great idea, we started donating money. So then it started to expand.
Wow.
So every year for probably the first 25 years, they had the last Saturday of June, they had the in-gathering.
Wow.
It was a banquet and a program and a day at the museum.
Oh boy.
But see all those, there's only one of those gentlemen left. And so when I retired from my real job, my dad was one of the original ones.
Oh, wow.
So that's how, and we used to come up here and help him do projects all the time. So I kind of just started volunteering, and pretty soon I'm kind of like running. I mean, I'm not, we're all volunteers.
Nice.
But I just kind of, I think I have to make the decision, so. And the phone rings to my house because nobody answers the phone. Nobody's ever in the house to answer the phone, so why have a phone?
Right. Oh my gosh. I tell you, thank you so much for letting me come in here and vlog this and, showing my viewers, about the beautiful museum. It's history. And, going down these small towns, you think, oh, that's just a small town. There's nothing down there. But you guys, when you come along the High Line, you seriously have to stop in at these little towns because there are treasures that are hidden that you would never have known about. So, wow. Every piece could tell a story, couldn't it?
Everything is local. Everything is from this area.
Wow.
Nothing, we don't take things unless it comes from this area.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is done on donation. We do not charge. It's all donation, and we get enough money. Someone makes a donation, then we do another project. Just like we had a donation, so we're getting a new deck.
Nice. But I have to ask you, what is this?
That is the original pearl.
Oh, that you got your hair done.
Yeah, my mother-in-law was here.
Wow.
A few years ago, and she walked in here and she saw that thing, and she just, that's how she was a blonde, and she got her first perm at 16 with this thing, and it fried her hair.
Oh.
She just said it took a year for her hair to come back to semi-normal.
Oh my gosh, no. Pass. I couldn't do that. Wow, we've come a long way now.
And see, and 3 of the 5 guys that started this place actually went to country school here.
Oh, and that was the country school.
That's a real country school.
Oh boy.
That was the one they went to.
Wow.
And then there's a homestead shack. That's an original homestead shack.
Wow.
And the last building down there is a blacksmith shop. It has everything, every tool for the blacksmith. We used to have a blacksmith that used to come visit us twice a year and do it. We don't have anybody anymore.
Ah, yes. And then the old farm equipment.
Yeah, well, see, that's the garage I used to restore everything in.
Okay.
And there's a couple old tractors and stuff in there. Yeah, we haven't got moved. And then we'll go around. And then 3 years ago, we added the farm building over there. See, that's why we're putting the steps here so we can get to the farm building.
Nice. And this is the deck that
The original deck was pretty bad shape. It was, it's been here 27 years, and it was rotten and not safe. So with the donation, we got a new deck.
Lovely.
And the steps, as soon as the guys quit harvesting, they'll come put the steps on.
Nice. Lovely.
And see, then this way we made it so it's wheelchair accessible. So you can go down there and go all the way around on a sidewalk to get you have access to every building.
Nice. I love that.
And that's why this is here, because you can move your wheelchair right up there.
Right. Lovely.
Instead of stepping up the step.
Nice. Okay. What is the sound?
At noon, the fire station whistle goes, like for a fire whistle, it goes off, tells everybody it's noon.
Wow. Okay, because I was thinking like maybe there's something going on. I know we're supposed to get thunderstorms this afternoon. I'm like, okay, are we going to get a tornado or something?
It's the noon whistle. It's time to stop and have lunch.
And that goes on off every day.
I'm almost 70 years old, and it's been doing it for 70 years.
So is it done on a timer, or is there someone that actually does that?
On a timer.
Nice. Oh, I love, see you guys, old town history. It's still happening. Rudyard. This is where we're at, is Rudyard.
The old guys that started this restored all this stuff. And it was in garages stacked.
Wow.
So 4 years ago, I got a grant. And then Rudyard, I get the money enough to buy the materials to put this thing up, and then we have a community, a couple weekends, and they built the building. And then we put all the stuff in here.
Boy, we are so lucky to have people like you that, raise money and help preserve things from the past. This is history here.
Oh yeah, this is always so yeah, it's everything. It was in storage, so we had to do something with it.
Right.
So I have a group of really good friends and volunteers.
Nice.
And so we have been working the last 3 years. Really, the old guys have been gone for quite a while. So there was like a 10-year period that it was kind of stale here. We had their wives kept it open, but nothing got fixed or changed. So the last 3 years we've done some major fixing.
Yes, this is beautiful in here. Absolutely beautiful. It's lovely. So these are the pathways that take you to the different buildings.
Yes.
Yeah. It is nice. It's nice and quiet here.
Yeah, it's lovely.
What is the history with this windmill?
When Rudyard was first started, everybody had a well.
Ah.
This is a water well for the house.
Wow.
The house we use is our office. We collect the kitchen stuff is in the kitchen, and the one bedroom has kids' toys in it.
Nice.
So basically that's it in our little office.
And you can still use this well today?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I would say half the houses in town still have a well somewhere in their
that is
property
cool.
that works. Most of them are capped off, but
And what would you say the population is here in Rudyard?
250 now.
Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh boy. We've really stepped back in time now, haven't we?
We work with the Museum of the Rockies in Bozeman. So the exhibits in here all came from the area, or they belong to the ones around the edge belong to the state of Montana.
Wow. Oh, we are so lucky to have this. Beautiful. And this is an area where people dig up for dinosaur bones.
I own the farm where they dig. We only work with universities.
Okay.
It's a research site for people who are getting their degree in paleontology.
Wow.
And so when they dig up a bone, they study it, they do their paperwork on it, publish their paperwork. The bone stays here.
Nice.
So everything that they find, well, not everything. We have thousands of bones in Berkeley and Bozeman, wow. But the good stuff we keep it here.
Yes, it's a treasure. That is neat.
These are the homesteaders. What they did is they had people go out to their homesteads, grab a rock, and then they engraved their homestead. This is a section number.
Okay.
So that's a section number.
Hmm.
And then the other side is all the people that served in the military.
Oh, yes. And these are the names of the people that were in the war. Ah, thank you for serving our country. Oh boy. Lots of names. We are standing outside the Highline Vintage Murders Museum, and we get to go on in.
Oh, this building is kind of unique. A gentleman built the building out of field rocks. He ran an implement dealership and a Chevy garage in here for years. Then when he passed away, it kind of closed down. A German came through town one day, thought the building was so unique, loved our museum, bought the building, and donated it to the museum for a car museum.
Wow.
So we fixed it up. Half the cars in here are owned by the museum. The other half are people bring their car in for 1 to 2 years, and display it and take it out. So we change exhibits periodically.
Again, it's like stepping back in time, isn't it? It's just history. Mm-hmm. Look at this. I'd be too scared to drive it on the road. You know, in case someone goes, wouldn't it be horrible if you accidentally hit someone driving one of these? Oh boy. Do you ever still hear from the bloke from Germany?
Oh.
Does he stay in touch with you at all, or?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yes. We had his 50th birthday party in here, right after we restored the building. he brought 20 some of his friends from Germany, and we had a steak dinner and steak barbecue and a dance in there.
Oh, neat.
And then the next week we started the museum.
Wow.
So we have this part to fix back up. We've got cars to put in there, we just haven't harvest.
Yes, yeah, that's...
Life stands still when harvest starts. So.
Yeah, that is way it goes along the High Line, right?
Change everything around, move stuff around.
Beautiful. It's just treasures in here. Absolute treasures. Oh, and there's that Corvette there. Look up on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Beautiful. It's beautiful in here.
This is where the very first one started, and then the gentleman that had this bought he had 4 daughters. He bought 3 of his son-in-laws, Tire Ramas, one in Billings, one in Missoula, and where's the other one? And that's how Tire Rama got started.
And this was the original...
This is the original Tire Rama.
Wow! In Rudyard, Montana. How neat is that? There is so much history, don't you agree, to come into these little towns and see what's here. Well, this was it. Thank you for coming on the adventure with me. What a fun town Rudyard is. And it is along the High Line, and it is right off of Highway 2. I loved the story about the Tire Rama also. It is the original Tire Rama that started in the state of Montana. Thanks for coming on the adventure with me. If you haven't seen my previous vlog, that was back in May when I was here in the small town of Rudyard. Go back and take a look at that. I have a bunch of information on there for you. I hope you enjoyed this adventure. I loved it. I want to thank Lila for taking us on the Dinosaur Museum tour and showing us some outbuildings and taking us on the Vintage Car Museum. There was so much history. Remember, if you come along the High Line, this town of Rudyard is definitely a place where you need to stop. There is so much history here to be seen. I just want to thank Lila. Again, thank you so much for taking your time and showing us. Until we meet again, take care, love one another, and I will see you soon. Bye.